I just happened to glance downstairs, and I witnessed a murder. My hands were shaking as I grabbed my phone to call the police. The living room light suddenly turned on. My wife had gotten up for some water. I was about to be exposed. I rushed over and shut the light off. It was too late. The killer had already noticed me. I didn't tell my wife what I saw. I didn't want my family living in fear. After she went back to bed, I quietly moved back onto the balcony. I wanted to make sure he hadn't seen me. Instead, our eyes locked. I was fully exposed. I grabbed my phone again to call the police. The battery was gone. I dropped to the floor and searched for it. Then I saw him counting floors. He started walking toward my building. Something felt wrong. I jumped up and locked every door. I pressed my body against the door, listening to any sound outside. Seconds dragged by. He never came. Doubt crept in. Maybe he didn't see me. I worked up the nerve and opened the door. The next second, it was just a dream. I had waited too long. Fell asleep without realizing it. I walked into the living room. I didn't dare step near the balcony again. It was already 4 a.m. I figured maybe he had noticed me. After thinking it through, I decided to let it go. I gave up on calling the police. What I didn't know was this. Amy downstairs was still alive. She weakly reached for her phone and used her last bit of strength to call the police. But the killer hadn't left. He realized she was still breathing. He struck her several more times, until she stopped breathing completely. Morning came fast. Police cars filled the street below. I looked at the stains on the ground. A heavy feeling settled in my chest. Before work, I went downstairs to the scene. I stood where the killer had stood the night before. I looked up toward my apartment. The doubt returned. He had seen me. Unease flooded through me, and it was real. The killer had already set his eyes on me.